Hello there and welcome to the Apex Racing League Championship. We are here for Season 6, Round 6. I'm joined today, rather than Sam, we have the lovely Alex. Hello there, sir.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
Good.
I will do my best not to mess things up and make it an awful show today. And yeah, I mean, maybe I'll do that. Like I say, we were joking around. Maybe, yeah. Sam, come back. Hurry up.
Yes.
Can't have any more holidays.
We are at Sebring for this race with the usual car classes that we've had this season. It's been brilliant racing. We've got the LMDHs, 4 of them. We can actually show you, bring those up on screen now. We've got the Acura, the BMW, the Cadillac, and the Porsche, but we don't see too many Porsches, unfortunately. My favourite, the Cadillac. Have you driven any of these? Well, you have driven one of them.
I have driven the BMW. I drove the LMDH the first week it was released for that VCO Infinity.
Yeah, the VCO Infinity 24, I think.
Yeah, that was it. And it was the worst car I've ever driven. And I will never drive it again.
It has improved. I
so
like
why I'm commentating on the prototypes, I have no idea. But,
right,
I have a unique perspective, I think.
Let's show you the other prototype. It is very popular. It has taken a bit of a dent in popularity, I would say, because of the LMDHs, but this car is brilliant to drive. Reminds me of a sort of a faster GTE. The series on iRacing is pretty popular. Have you had the pleasure of driving this car?
No, but this is much more up my street. Yeah. Like the LMP2 and this, like, that is what I'm all about. Just give me that normal, like, no battery nonsense, anything like that. Let's just have a raw race car that I can thrash the pants off and enjoy and not worry that, oh, I've burnt too much battery or whatever. I haven't regened enough because I braked too late or something, you know, just no.
No, I know
Stop with that nonsense. Give me a proper race car.
I feel like I need a post-it note on my screen because you do no deploy on your outlap and then I forget to put my deploy on for quali. All right, let's show you the calendar. Obviously, we are following the IMSA schedule, so it is pretty easy for anyone in the iRacing world to follow. We've been to Fuji, the Glen, Monza, Spa, Le Mans, Road America. We've been to Fuji, Spa, Road Atlanta, the Glen, Le Mans, and now we're here at Sebring. No. We'll change it for next week. What's your thoughts of Sebring?
I love Sebring. When I joined iRacing, obviously I'd never had the pleasure of driving it. And I don't know what it was back then. Obviously, the participation was just awful whenever it was Sebring. And basically, I think that's just because it was just a bumpy mess of a track.
Sure.
Just to show my age, when I joined iRacing, there was none of these fixed setup series. Like, it didn't exist. Everything was open setup. And, you had to kind of work hard on trying to get a car to drive around this place because bottom out like an absolute mess and crash here, there, and everywhere. It was a tough track to set up. But actually, once you got the car dialed in, this place is just a joy to drive. Yeah. It's such an epic circuit.
And obviously, we've got the 2 different car classes here. Obviously, we do have the Pro and the AM in the LMDH, but I think this is one of the best multi-class circuits. One of the best.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many places where you can actually make a nice, easy move with multi-class as well. Yeah. There's somewhere that you can do some real sketchy stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
too, which is good. But yeah, and Sebring gives you some really good overtaking opportunities
100%.
as well.
All right, let's have a look at the championship standings. We'll show you the LMDH Pro first of all. I believe we have Daniel Craft leading the way, Paul Busby second, QT in third, Nick Madsden fourth, and Viella in fifth. It's been, have you been following the races? It's been close, but they've each sort of, the LMDH Pro, I don't know, shame on them, but it's more been dictated about their mistakes rather than their triumphs.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I had the pleasure of doing production on the back of them as a couple of them. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's, with anything, I feel like high-powered cars, whether it be open wheel, LMP or something like that, prototype, like you say, it's the mistakes that matter. If you can cut them out of your season, you can build a championship around that.
Yeah, 100%.
So, Craft has kind of been there every race that I have seen. Perhaps not lighting up the timing sheets or anything like that, but it's always been banging in really strong, and that's why I think he's leading that championship.
Yeah, we probably would have seen QT extend his. I mean, he'd be well out in first if he could just survive the start. It's not been any much for his own, but it's always tough out there. All right, let's show you the LMDH AM, where we've had Balazs Trotsky absolutely running away, not just on points. I mean, we can see the points is a nice deficit, but his quality performance has him up there with the pros every time. That's not to take away from Vey and Varo and Ben and Mark what they've been doing. Especially Mark, we've seen a big improvement lately. He's really stepped up his game. But, I mean, I've been saying this since round one. Balazs looks like he belongs with the pros.
Yeah, you don't have that kind of a points lead if you're not, capable of running with the pros. And I mean, I think maybe you have to correct me if I'm wrong here, and apologies if I am. But I believe the way you score points, it's your overall finish, not your class finish,
Correct.
right? So 154 points.
Yeah.
He basically can be on that pro leaderboard that we just flipped away a moment ago. So, yes, he deserves to be in that championship. Yeah, fourth. I'm hearing with the producer. Thank you, sir. So yes, get that man promoted. So.
Yeah, he's qualifying. He's been super strong. He also has the advantage in qualifying of usually being, say, on average 4 positions higher than his nearest class teammate. Yeah. Obviously, that's not to take away.
Take him out. Yeah. I reckon. Anyway,
that's not to take away from his consistency. Okay, let's show you the teams. LMDH teams, where we have Effect leading the way. 0-7, that is quite a chunk of points. Race Clutch, they're still with a shot. You can't count Race Clutch out. Pure Sims as well. Magic Arrow. It's a good championship there. But Effect look like they're dominating that one.
Surprised me, actually. Again, from the races that I've seen, like Race Clutch have always been there. Pure Sims have always been kicking around there in the races that I've seen. So I'm surprised that there's quite that lead from Effect. So yeah, great job from those guys. Obviously, just putting in a
is Effect,
solid.
I think Effect is Paul Busby and Joshua Wilson. That's just off memory. I think Sam's so much better than this than me, but I'm trying.
I was about to say he's the oracle. He knows.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, and again, look, producer is bailing us out here, telling us we were right indeed.
Correct, yes.
Nailed it.
All right, let's look at the LMP3 teams. Individuals. Oh, LMP3 individuals, we haven't looked at that yet. So, this is the battle I've enjoyed the most, actually. All season long, the Sedgley-Fortan State battle. Callista's had the pace. I'm impressed Tom's there. He's obviously chipping away at the points. It's been a really good battle. Very close every race. I would say Dan is leading the way, not just on pace alone, but on just consistency. Made the least mistakes. He's, if he's not winning, he's second. I've really enjoyed the LMP3 battle. The field's getting a bit thinner as the season progresses.
Well, I was just looking actually the registered amount of cars. Unfortunately, we don't have many tonight, but the series competitors here on that board are up there. So
yes,
everything to still to play for, I guess, in this race. So yeah. Let's hope they have a nice good battle and they don't get thinned apart early on.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Okay, LMP3 teams. Olympus Esports 378. That's quite a big gap. Evo SR Black 230. Delta 5 Racing 185. Evo SR Green 177. And Whipperman. I'm going to say Whipperman. That's a lot of dub P's and N's. 168. Again, nice close championship. Olympus obviously flexing their dominance there, but it's been like I say, I think this has been my favourite thing to follow all season long, is the LMP3s.
That, like I say, the battle for second, third, fourth, that could go anyway. Olympus do look very strong again. Just what we were saying, no mistakes for the rest of the season, and they're gonna. I feel like anyone would have a tough job in beating them, especially now the grid size has got a little bit smaller. Okay,
Sebring, favourite corner and least favourite corner.
Favourite corner is probably turn 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
commitment and confidence.
Yeah, I love that. High speed is what I love. Least favourite. Oh God, what is it? That tight right hand. I can't think what it's called.
Oh, I know what you mean. I don't know its name.
No, me neither. Off the top of my head. Where's the track guide? Come on.
It's behind us.
It's right behind us. I don't know where we are. Zoom out. I can't see.
Almost 7, I want to say.
Yeah, it's after.
corners.
So you got the hairpin, and then you got another tight right-hander, and then
Yeah.
you got that sort of high speed left, and then it's the right. I think it's like hotel or something like that.
Yeah, very tricky corner indeed.
I'm bringing up the tracks, the track guide, so I can find it. Someone's shouting at me in the chat. Come on, chat, help me out here.
No, I'm terrible at corner names. Even at tracks like Brands Hatch, where I grew up, I called them turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4.
Oh, I don't want a video track guide. Come on, what's going on?
We're waiting for the name.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Still.
You're right. Is it Tower?
Yes, yeah, it is Tower.
So I was right. Well, by 7 I meant 13.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's my least favourite corner.
Seven's
as well.
the hairpin, so yeah, you're way out.
I don't love the hairpin either. It's never great.
So, and I think that's just because that's probably one of the bumpiest corners, and it's just so easy to have like understeer through there.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
you get that nailed, and then you can get good run on everybody down that back straight through the kind of that little S's section and onto the back straight.
Yep, it's going to be interesting seeing the MDHs come in. I've been racing this all week, so we're going to see a very exciting T1, but it all comes down to T2. Who's got the commitment? You can, it depends on the run you get up to the corner, because you can make it stick around the outside, but it's awfully tricky.
Yeah. Where'd you make or lose the most time on this track?
Turn 3. I just think the turn, the 3, 4.
3, 4, and 5. That is it. Like
Yeah.
that. What was it? I can't remember. I think it was HPD.
Oh, wow. That's back now, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Nice, nice. Oh, and in the old
In the GT, yeah.
old series, yeah, from my era. Yes, let's go. No, what was it I was doing? I can't remember. I think it was like Neo or something like that, a long time ago, and I was like, right, I need to figure out what I'm doing when we're up against like Coanda and things like that, and I think it was Cronky was setting the VRS data pack, and I was like, every sector, like I was either like just a smidgen off or a little bit quicker. Yeah, bloody 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah,
yeah, it was like 3 or 4 tenths. I was like, and it took me studying that actually, like, I found nearly half a second on lap time because I got that whole sector right. So it is crazy. That is the one to focus on. Sorry.
No, you're all good. Right, we're going to run a quick advert and we'll get back for qualifying. Thank you.
Are you struggling for consistency in your sim racing? Does your iRating look like a roller coaster? If so, we have good news for you. The way to get more consistent is to first understand what you're doing differently than the professionals. And VRS is the answer. With our competitive subscription, you will have the telemetry, setups, tutorials, and everything else you need to fully analyze your driving. Our data packs and the ability to compare your driving with the best in the world will show you exactly where to adjust your inputs, change your driving line, and shave seconds off of your lap times. And our powerful and precise Direct Force Pro wheelbase and precision pedals are being used by some of the world's best drivers. All these champions agree that VRS hardware is not just the best on the market, it's also priced well below the competition. So if you're looking to upgrade to direct drive and the best pedals in sim racing, VRS is your answer. If you want to get better, get faster, and make it happen sooner rather than later, you owe it to yourself to find out why so many people are switching to VRS. You'll be so glad that you did. Visit www.virtualracingschool.com and learn why the best use VRS.
Hello, welcome back there. We're just about to get qualifying underway. Well, we're going to start showing qualifying on the screen. I did want to mention one thing I forgot to mention beforehand. The Apex Racing Academy Porsche Cup League sign-ups are open now, I believe, on the ARL website, the Apex Racing League. Link should be below.
Sign-ups are open?
Yes.
And you were insistent on putting something at the end of that, weren't you?
Yes.
You threw another league in there. You were like, I will get
I did
something
it.
in.
I told you I did
But
it.
yeah, Porsche Cup, Season 9.
Season 9, wow.
That is crazy now. Like, I can't believe it's been 9 seasons since, we kicked that off.
Yeah, it's a rewarding car in any... I always feel it's the car that if you nail it on pole, it's such a car that requires such talent. It gives you that rewarded feeling like I did that. Like that was all me. No TC, no ABS, I did that lap.
Yeah.
It's a nice feeling.
That's the car that killed my WCS career, that car.
Right, of course, when they changed, I
went from nice open wheel car that accelerated on a dime, braked on a dime to this thing that just didn't want to brake and ploughed. But yeah, so I just hate every car apparently on iRacing nowadays. All the popular ones.
Okay, LMP3s are out there qualifying. We've got a lap already set by Remy Fortin of 53.6. Now, I'm not aware of what the we've got a Fortin camera. There we go. Look at that.
I was about to say, like, he's gone that extra mile. Like, this is what we want to see. Like, get any sponsors on there.
Yeah, he's got Apex
everything.
Racing.
Yeah, you can't see it. We're a bit too far away from the screen, so we can't quite see it. But maybe the producers can help us out. But that is definitely an Apex Racing League logo. So I'll thank you very much and send the check in the post. So,
there we go.
We got it full screen.
That man gets 10% off next year.
Yeah, I feel so. I think so. Thank you, sir, for that. I appreciate that. And
that's good to see.
Yeah, like that's good.
Now, I'm not sure what the fastest lap will be in these cars, because obviously, while we do follow the IMSA schedule, obviously IMSA we have the GTD, LMP2 and LMDH. But what's the temps of the track? Oh, it's nice and cold. I haven't got Sam here to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius in his head, unless you can do it.
No.
Okay. It's cold. 22 Celsius. Okay, so Remy Fortin with a 53.3.
I mean, that is pretty cold, actually, 22. What's 18 still the lowest we can get on?
I think
track?
17. Yeah, I think 18. So I believe 17 I've seen before, but so this is very similar to the IMSA temps we had this week. So it'd be interesting to see the LMDH Pro lap. See where actually I've been racing a few of them. 7:30 in the morning, so it's going to get warmer a little bit later.
Yeah.
Not too hot though. So Sedgley, what is sitting back? Is that almost 3 tenths? State probably needs another flyer, and yeah, Clist is obviously still due a lot more time. We don't have many LMP3s, unfortunately, but the ones that we do have, as we mentioned, are fighting for, well, the championship and everything that matters. Let's see. We've got any purple sectors.
Like you say, 3 tenths. The guys are going green here. No one, like you say, no one going purple at the moment.
Yeah, long lap, very technical. It's going to be interesting for the LMDHs how they manage their deployment.
I mean, this is an interesting track because actually, we obviously we'll probably talk about this a bit later on, but we selected this for the Apex Racing Academy trials.
Yep.
And yeah, those guys are having to do 10-lap runs, but actually, it's quite a nice track for lapping. I feel like
it's phenomenal, yeah.
It's quite easy not to get off tracks around here, so like qualifying should be kind of good. Like you can really, push.
Yeah, the only thing is probably the 0x here on this wall. If you clip it, and you can get quite close to MDH. And as far as 1x is, I suppose the hairpin, as you exit, you have that left-hand gravel patch, which is easy to pick up one there if you're not concentrating on a long run.
What's your opinion on that final corner now that they've removed the grass?
Well, we just use more.
I mean, I think I preferred it when the grass was there, and do you know what I mean? It could really get you in trouble if you ran out.
True. But obviously, grass now is almost as grippy as asphalt. I don't know if you've driven it recently.
Yeah.
Because like you talked about turn 1, that risk has gone now. Yes, you can get a 1x in the race, but you're not going to spin anymore. You just open up the wheel, keep your throttle pegged, and you've got absolutely infinite grip, which is a shame. Okay, so LMP3s are done. We do have Dan Sedgley, who is A, leading the championship, and B, sitting on pole. So we're going to get
He got that in right at the end then, because Remy was ahead. Yeah, so yeah, I'm sorry, we didn't quite catch that. I mean, right at the death, he must have just nipped that.
Yeah, it's impressive. Yeah, Sedgley's been consistent all season long, but it is going to be a tough race. You usually find these, especially the guys that we have racing today, they're always close to each other. So we are now joined by the LMDH AMs. We can see Balaj on screen. Man to watch for sure.
You've been doing a fair bit of this week?
A lot.
I believe.
An illegal amount. I am up almost 200 iRacing.
All right. Not too shabby.
No, it's not too shabby. I want that blue livery. See, I want ART. Green doesn't do anything for my eyes. Okay, we got a message from Paul Busby in chat. Me and Sam asked him to put up a whiteboard message. He has a whiteboard in the back of his camera, which he puts on screen when he's driving, and we asked him to put a message on. So hopefully it's something nice.
Okay. Baby, I'm here today.
Yeah, we've got the producer pending the deletion of it.
Yeah, that's it, Lee. Just bring it on small first. We could hardly read anything when it's like that. We see if we can make it out first. Get closer. Might be good.
Right, let's see what Trotsky can manage.
But what are we thinking about car-wise here? Any sort of standout ones over the others?
Yeah, I mean, the Cadillac is the standout car, not just on pace, but on ease. It's those curbs in the S's that you bottom out on in the BMW. The BMW is almost as quick, but to get the lap time, you have to risk bottoming out. The Acura, the only way to get anywhere close to what the BMW can do is to really hurt your tyres. And in the Porsche, if you get the lap time, you probably should be driving for ART because it's donkey.
Oh.
Absolutely, it's such a shame. And obviously there has been a bit of an annoyance because last week we was at Le Mans in the IMSA series, and that was all caddy as well, and that was shit. That was actually straight down to straight line speed. But we had this bottoming out issue happen at the Glen as well. So I started the week in the BMW. Quite a few of us in the BMW. Owen was raving about the BMW. After 2 races, I no longer drove the BMW because in the bus stop, sometimes it just bottoms out weird and throws your car off into oblivion. In the Caddy, I could do basically the same time as the lap time as the BMW, but I didn't.
Nice.
I just didn't worry.
Just safe.
You just plough in it. Yeah, absolutely. You don't care. Yeah. So we are seeing the rise of the Caddy.
There's a lot of people that drive setups like that. Like it's fast, but it'll kill you.
Yes.
Where you can back it off a little bit. And you can push every single lap, every single race, and it's, you're going to be at the end, you're maybe like 1 or 2 seconds behind where you were. It's like, is it really worth taking that death trap over that?
Yeah.
And, especially if you're doing officials and you're trying to build your ratings and
100%
stuff like that. So.
Yeah, Owen was in a lot of my races. He kept the BMW working all week, obviously. His lines are very precise through the bus stop. I'm more yeehaw, I make it work. But yeah, I was racing a teammate of mine who I've raced with lots, and he was ahead of me in the BMW, and the gaps look good, and then just one time he catches the bus stop a little different and he's gone.
Times are starting to come in, so 143.560 or 559, sorry, as it shows on your screen.
Yep, that's from Tarosky, as we expected. Silva with an 8, Sarah with a 9. Still waiting for a few more to come in. It's early times yet. But I imagine they get 2 laps actually. This track you can do 2 laps of full deployment. As long as they use no deployment on their out lap and they enable it just before sunset. Yep. So that you 100 coming through to 1, on the exit of the corner rather.
How do these cars fare in sunset? Obviously some cars can take multiple lines through this. Some absolutely have to just choose the non-bumpy line.
Actually pretty easy. A lot better than I thought it was going to be. You can get a bit of... if you feel the understeer, you're not getting to the apex, then sure, you have to be a bit late with the throttle. You don't want to be understeering the way in and then try and commit to the throttle because you are going to track out towards that wall. But to be honest, no, it's a non-issue in the LMDHs, especially the setup I was using. T1, like we said, if something does start to go wrong, it's just grass. Now, unfortunately, there is zero fear. Zero fear. To be honest, you can actually use it to set it up for 2 to make a move, the grass. Because you can carry that little bit more speed and then send it down the inside to make the move in 2, which is a shame.
The camera can't see my face, probably a good thing.
Yeah. All right, we've got David Vase setting a very close time to Tarosky there. What they separated by there, 12,000th of a second. Oh, as Tarosky does a 42.0. Man.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. So yeah, 1.3 seconds clear.
Yeah, it's a good lap time. 42. I'm trying to think of what IMSA times were. 42, 241. Yeah, it's close. I was doing, say, 41.6s. My PB for the week was a 41.3, but that was in a cold temp. And I did not do a 41.3 in quali conditions because I haven't got the corners to go that quick.
Yeah, good time from David there.
Yeah, half a second off. Will Brink in 3rd. 9/10 off, 4/10 off P2, and then the gaggle starts to. So we've got Nacira with a 43.3, Silver with a 43.6, 44.0 for Costa. We haven't seen a lap from Favara, or well, we have, but it's a 47.7. So we're going to have to wait for him and Mark. Both have had laps where I assume they've gone for it and then backed off to build up those X, so they definitely have 2 laps of push. Or they just backed it up to have to one. It depends how much fuel they got on, right? This is the balance in qualifying, especially in an open format like this. You've got to carry enough fuel to make it work and then manage your charge as well. Evening, Thomas in chat. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, hello Thomas and everybody else that's tuned in at the moment as well. If you've got any questions for me and David throughout the event, feel free to hit us up on there as well. And you know, while you're there, you have to forgive the obvious biggin, but yeah, hit that like button, help us out. If we, you know, what we really want, I mean, I know it's a bit early, but you know, we want to see more likes than what we do when Sam's here, really.
100%.
So we can just sort of rub it in a little bit and just go, look, you know, it's the end of the season, the viewership's dropping, but we've got double the likes.
100%,
You know,
yeah.
I can stick him on performance review and all that sort of stuff when he's back. So,
Renegotiate the wage, everything.
yeah, so you know, help us out, please, and get some likes on there. That'd be greatly appreciated.
And hello, other Thomas legends. All right, let's catch him. We've had... Oh, Favara's got his lap in. Oh, very good, a 42.4. So he's 4/10 off Tarowski. As we know, Tarowski's very quick. Gives him almost a 1.5 gap to P3. Yeah, I think I've done my math right there. We'll bring P5, Nuceris. We're still waiting on Mark Hutchinson. He is a very quick guy, and as I say, I mentioned in the when we were looking at the standings, he's week on week has been getting stronger and stronger. So looks like his confidence is doubling. So we're looking forward to a lap from him. But no, the car drive's fantastic around here. I really, really, really enjoyed it.
This is what it's made. This is an absolute kind of like prototype circuit, I think. You know.
Yeah, I threw up a stream at 9 in the morning on Tuesday. 8 hours later, I ended. I just couldn't stop.
Wow.
I was addicted. I was like a big kid.
One of I mean, obviously before all these, again, I'm gonna keep going back in my day. Oh, granddad here.
When we all used diesel.
But you know, the actual DP, like the old,
Yes.
like
yeah.
even like the Riley DP was fun to drive. But when the Corvette one come out, that was a lot of fun.
Yes.
I enjoyed lapping that.
I joined iRacing obviously not long after I joined. That car was retired from IMSA. It was IMSA, wasn't it? That car. IMSA.
Was it IMSA back then?
I can't remember. Because ILMS was GTE, HPD, and LMP1. So I think IMSA was the DP.
I just thought it was called something different. I don't think it was called IMSA, but yeah.
Oh, maybe chat remembers, but yeah, I think so. Right, let's keep track on the time. Still no lap from Mark. Well, he's done a lap, but a 49.2 is not a lap from him.
Last the first challenge coming up.
No, I mean, he's coming through Sunset now. Oh, a little loose there,
Yeah,
but
Twitch.
let's see as he crosses the line. He has done a
At the timing tower.
out lap, maybe? Yeah, it looks like he's going for it now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on the deltas, but so a 10.7
Yeah,
on
well,
Sector 1. That's the fastest in Sector 1.
That's what I said. I thought he just went green there. So yeah.
Faster than Tarowski in Sector 1.
How long do they get in this session? Because obviously
He can finish the lap. I
Right.
mean, Sam's not here to tell me I'm wrong. But I believe he can finish the lap. As long as he crossed the line before that timer count, you know, the 10, because LMT3s get 10 minutes, LMDH AMs get 10 minutes, and the pros get 10 minutes. But yeah, if you're on a lap, you get to finish it. So, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he just about nicked that in there as well.
And I'm keeping an eye here. Sector 1 and Sector 2 and Sector 3 have all been faster than Tarowski. Oh, no, wait, it's Tarowski's last lap, not his
so that
best.
won't count. Yeah, there's no purple sectors. That's what you really need to be looking out for, I think. So
Correct.
But he's done green sector after green sector, which we would expect because he hasn't really got a time in at this point. So, I mean, it's going to be a good lap, depending on how he has pushed on previous laps. Because, yeah, he's definitely going personal best in all the sectors.
Now, I've raced a few of these this week. Unfortunately, Joshua Wilson probably doesn't want me to mention it, but he can't hear me now because he's racing. might have spun on the formation lap. He was trying to clutch fuel save, and unfortunately he lifted the clutch while I had a bit of steering input in, and
dear.
around he went, and out the race he went. He was in my chat 10 seconds later.
Oopsie.
Yeah. He asked me not to show it on replay at the end of the race.
Oh.
So do you know what I did? Every camera angle.
Oh, good man.
Slow-mo as well.
I mean, if you'd have said about it earlier on, we'd have made sure we'd done some outtakes on here as well. Yeah, third place then for Hutchinson. So yeah, a good run. Literally just the first sector he missed going green.
Wait, David Vey was out there as well. Also now
pipped in right at the end as well. Yeah, nice. We must have missed that just at the end. Nice.
Okay, so any predictions for pole? I think it comes down to QT, Craft. Actually, I'm not going to pick because you got Viella, who's very quick here as well. We know Josh is quick, and you can never rule out Bubsby. Never. I've probably missed one of the names. Nick's quick. I had him in a few of the races, I believe, this week. Managed to just about keep him behind. It's nice seeing these names I get to commentate on and then race them. Unless they beat me, and then they're just going to get horrible commentary. Okay, so obviously let's put Tarowski's time as sort of a benchmark for the pros to at least aim for.
We're expecting a 41 then here, right?
Yeah, I mean, Josh is definitely, I've definitely seen him do like a 41.7 during the week.
Busby on a Q ban, he's saying in the chat.
Oh, what did you do, Paul?
I'm literally hearing it in our ear.
Yeah, we're hearing it in our ear.
Collective sigh. Yeah, we just heard what you did, Paul. Perhaps better we not say.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe I saw Josh do a 41.7 here in the week, or an 8, I think, in the week. But obviously that's if the conditions are the exact same. So let's see. As we got Lars's camera. Looks like he's using NVIDIA background remover, which is all the rage now. Does eat a bit of your FPS. Or he has actually got a legit green screen.
Yeah, it could do. I could just be really dark.
No, that's some darkness, mate. How would it light his face, but not the void behind him?
This is a good question. This is why you do content creation, and I do not.
Brilliant. All right. Have you started a lap yet?
Yeah, got a few people starting to.
Oh, yeah, there's.
Yeah, like high times at the moment, so I feel like this is just getting.
Yeah, so.
Ready.
Actually, I should have thought about what I would do. First lap in qualifying has been horrible in the officials. 100% what I would do, carry 3 laps of fuel, do a double out lap and push for 2 with the deployment on. Yeah, because the first lap in qualifying, T1, T2, T3, T4, you've just got no front-rear balance or grip. You can get lucky sometimes, but it is just lucky. So personally, I would definitely do a double out lap. Second lap in quali feels awesome, but obviously you only get that one shot. So I think that's why we're seeing lap times from Craft. Yeah, so both the Crafts, Devan, Viella, Josh, all doing 45 pluses. So they are just cycling the tyres with a little bit of heat. As we see QT pull over. Yeah, it looks like QT towed. He has messed up his fuel or something. Yeah, he's just realised he's left deployment on. Or the other thing that can happen in this car is this would drive you crazy, Alex. If you change the deployment the wrong... See, with iRacing, you have to cycle through them. You can't pick your deployment mode. You have to cycle through them, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. If you cycle the wrong way, you only get 4 per lap. So if you've gone the wrong way, you now can't go back. You're stuck in this deployment mode. It's infuriating. And it can leave you quite nervous. Let's say you come up to this corner here and you want to hit deploy, but in the back of your head, you're hoping you have 1 click available. Otherwise, you have to go over the start line without deployment on and then turn it on.
Yeah. Yep, that would drive me.
Yeah, okay. Mad. Kraft with a 41.9. Aaron Smith with a 41.9. 99999. That's quite close. So yeah, we are seeing good times. Aaron Smith with a 41.9. Not sure what happened to that 41.9. It actually did disappear. Maybe off track. It appeared on my timing towel, then dropped off. So maybe it was not a valid lap. Daniel Kraft 42.5. Lars Devan waiting on his lap. Andrew Dawson a 42.2. Looking very... So we are 1, 2, and 3 are not even separated by 1, 2, 3, 4 are not separated by a tenth, as far as I can see. Okay, just over 1.2 tenths. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of resets to the pit. I assume it's. I'm trying to think what they're doing. Double out lap and then 1 hot lap, but why? I don't think you'd get that much, but I haven't tried, because in an official I don't get to try these sneaky little things, but maybe double out lap, 1 push on deployment. But you can easily get 2 laps of deployment here. But I don't know if 1 would give you a benefit. No, I know. They must be just doing one lap.
It's quite a long lap, obviously a bit of extra fuel. Like, you know,
Yeah.
if you maybe push it, nail a lap, maybe it might be a little bit quicker. But again, yeah, like I say, I'm just spitballing an idea there.
Yeah, I'm not sure, because I do what I have to do in the officials. Like, we don't get to try all these clever ideas. But I was tempted to double out lap once or twice, because I could just. It was almost 50-50 if my first lap was going to be any good. And the second you make a mistake, I do what these guys have done. The second I make 1 mistake on lap 1, even if it's I've lost 1.5 tenths, I just back off and let it. I'm going to get some better heat through the tyres and push on lap 2.
Here's a question for you and for chat as well. And again, it might only really count to those that are, you know, old farts like me. What do you prefer? This kind of 1 lap queue shootout thing. You can see where I'm going to go. Or when we used to have the qualifying sessions that we used to be able to go and the times were set on them, so you could like. I mean, I used to love the qualifying challenge of like, right, yeah, you can just do as many qualifying times as you want.
And it lasts all week.
Yeah, it lasts all week. You know, if someone pips your time, you can go back out.
Nordschleife still does that.
Yeah.
When you're racing the Nordschleife, it still does that. As a content creator, I'm glad it's not that, because that would be like off-stream time, like all that grinding and quali, and then no, because it'd also be a bit bloated later into the week, right? You qualify and you turn up to a race on a Friday and like you're thinking, geez, why am I 11th? Like, you know, because
Gotta keep an eye on it.
no, it's too much grinding. Do you know what I wish is an option 3 you didn't list? I wish tyres reset when you cross the line, so there's no tyre cheesing, right?
Yep.
And you only got 1 lap, not 2. iRacing always does 2. I wish it was 1 lap with a tyre reset at the start. So as soon as you cross that line, everyone has the same tyres temps, right? So there's no cheesing.
They need to do something with this cheese.
Yes, less cheese. I don't like cheese.
Yeah. They keep putting little plasters over things to try and
100%.
stop it. You know, grass and stuff like that. So
Grass is warm now.
Probably something for the podcast later on.
Yeah.
Like, could be careful here. Like, I could go on a rampage. You know,
same.
On, so. Lee helpfully putting up, maybe it's been up there all the time and I've only just noticed it now, 2 minutes 15 until the race starts.
So Foley there with the P, I have to add them up, 3, 4, P5 with 42.1. Very impressive. Who are we waiting on?
It's pretty close, actually, the whole qualifying.
Very close.
Times now.
All the way down to Dawson with a 42.2. Pole is a 41.9.
That's just put a 4 in there.
Yep, so where is Josh? Okay, yeah, Josh, so we've got lots of 2s. Oh, Josh lost so many tenths at sunset. He's in chat. At least you didn't spin on the outlap, eh, Josh?
I mean, no. Sunset is one of the hardest corners to get consistent, isn't
100%. Yeah,
know,
because
so
you're a passenger. You start trail braking, you turn the nose in, and you're bouncing and bouncing and bouncing.
Oh, nice. Just
a 41.7 from QT.
Yeah. That's why you reset, David. He obviously knows the reasons behind it.
Yeah.
None of this double out nonsense. What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I did a 6, so, you know, maybe.
This is why it's green livery.
I'm in the wrong seat. Yeah, oh, thank you. He also did it in a BMW, by the way, so. And an Acura is in second, so there you go. I am glad I mentioned what the strongest car is, so there you go. Caddy 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, though. And another Acura. Okay, Josh doesn't want me to talk about it. Okay. I didn't talk about it while you were on quali or anything, so that's good. I'm glad we didn't.
Yeah, don't want it back. You don't.
Yeah.
You won't find it.
We'll delete the VOD. But no, good luck, Josh. Okay, so what Nick can do. He's a very quick guy.
Yeah, he's got a couple of no, just one green sector. So yeah, it's gonna have to be absolutely nailed, I think, if he's going to improve. But
the margins are so small.
he doesn't need much, does he?
No, exactly. Yeah, gives you a couple of positions. Let's
There's
see.
the checker.
Don't see anything. And surprising, Viela's so far back.
I mean, I think.
Oh,
No.
Viela, as I say that.
Yeah, just drops in with a 0.072.
Very nice.
Moves himself up and into 4th.
5th with an AM. It's so confusing.
Well, yeah.
You forgot to carry the 1.
Well, I meant in class, but yeah.
Yeah.
But he's still 5th overall. I get it. Yeah. And because the points are counted actually as you finish overall, I should not do that. So yeah.
No, it's right. I'm going to do it a million times. Sam always clocks it instant.
Yep. There's a Porsche right at the back.
Yeah, it's awful here. Absolutely awful.
Yeah.
They should be given an ARL bop. I think that's what you should do. Invert Owen's bop, and then you give power to the league. That's it. Then people can send Owen money to manipulate the bop. It'd be like real life then.
Yeah. Exactly. Rivalry will be kicked in. I mean, Owen's not going to mind, is he?
No, it's not.
So subsidise his income a little bit. He'll be happy.
Brilliant. So yeah. Okay, we're just waiting for everyone to grid up. Let's just run down the qualifying positions. Obviously, QT there. Copy. QT with a 41.7 though. It is a phenomenal lap time. I don't know if I could do that in the BMW. And we don't know the conditions. I always compare it to IMSA and I always sit here and flex about what I can do. Okay, let's look at those times. Pole from QT or Marto. 41.7. Second is Philip Kraft. Third is Aaron Smith. Trotsky 4th. Obviously Am, so pole for Am. 5th is Viela with a very late lap there, but I bet he's going to be very glad he got it in. It gave him about 6 positions. Favaro is also an Am, I believe. He is correct. So Foley 7th overall. Daniel Kraft 8th overall. These boys all left it very late. Josh 9th, Andrew Dawson 10th, David Vay 11th, Nick Masden 12th. I need glasses, by the way. Mark Hutchinson 13th, Pedro Valencia 14th.
This screen's easier, I reckon, David.
Yes, Nucero is 15th, and then Lars Devan 16th. Ben Cullen. Is this... We haven't gone to LMP3s yet, have we?
No.
No, okay. Ben Cullen 17th. Rink Wilbrink. Sorry, my eyes. Marco Diaz Silva. Nuno Costa. Paul Busby with the Q-ban, unfortunately. And Antonio Sergo. And then Joe Alguersuari. I think that's how you pronounce it. Van Helden. Cool name that is. 24th. All right, and then we've got the LMP3s. We've got Dan Sedgley on pole, closely followed by Fortan, Adam State, and Paul Kliss. But that's going to be obviously a very, very tight battle to watch the end, as long as they can avoid all the LMDH carnage in T2.
Yeah, you're right. That really pops. You couldn't really see it there. Oh, yes. Sit up straight and be all professional. All
right, so yeah, I think keys in this race. Being confident in T1, and that means if you're in the right-hand lane, you just got to judge the guy on the inside. It's best not to. It's really tough because if you do, it is tough.
I've seen a lot of 3 wide in this first turn.
Oh my god,
that doesn't end very well.
These cars are too big.
Yeah, so yeah. I think this is a long enough race to be patient. You know, you don't have to kind of rush to do anything. Surviving this first lap here, I think, is always a key thing in your strategy to sort of have a chance. There is enough overtaking places that you can do it, but you can definitely. It's the old age-old adage: you can't win a race in the first corner, but you can definitely lose it. And this is like a key circuit.
It's just the inside of one. Like inside is the safer line, but the problem is you find the guys check up early and brake early because they don't want to track out. They know they've got cold tyres and understeer, and then the guy behind is he's sometimes surprised.
And how are the tyres on the first lap? Is that something like some of the cars are a bit sketch on that first lap? How are these? Are they fairly planted or are they a bit pushy?
I can only speak for the caddy, but yeah, it can be a little bit hairy on the rear. Like coming out of 3, if you've got someone alongside you and you're really trying to get off the corner before them, and so you have to run. Yeah, you got to be careful because the rear can really come round.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I'd say about 30 minutes into the race, again, you start to feel the effects of just your rear starting to get a little hot, but you feel that more gradually than anything.
And like any of the kind of high power sort of cars these days, you know, it's all about driving with that tyre in mind.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, so you can't, this isn't going to be a sprint to the finish kind of thing. Like
No.
Yeah, you've got to have a bit of tyre preservation sort of in mind.
And the front 5 or 6 will be definitely fuel saving. This there's so many fuel saving opportunities with the long braking zones. It's such an opportunity place to fuel save that I would say the difference between, let's say, the 8Ks and the 3Ks is about 4.5 seconds on just fuel saving, and that's massive at a track like this, where it is actually very difficult to overtake in MDH. By the way, the draft is just not enough here.
Yeah,
you really got to be a lot quicker than more they need to make a mistake.
And when you're saying 4 seconds, you're talking about pit stop time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can save that much fuel.
4.5 seconds of just stand still.
And how quick do they put this? Do they fill these things up? Like from empty to a full tank?
About, I can't remember, but let's say
roughly
23 seconds, 20 seconds of that.
Okay.
That was a guess. I can't remember.
And now I'm really going to ask you. Maybe we need the other graphic up. What the fuel tank was?
LMDHs are unlimited tank size, I believe, and the LMP3s have a limited tank size. I just don't remember the limit.
Yeah, I meant just how big was the fuel tank. No, look, the graphic. Sam didn't add it to us. We'll blame Sam. He's not here. He can't defend himself.
I think it's 89, 90 litres, something like that. I can't remember. Yeah. It's ballpark that.
I mean, yeah, puts it in pretty rapid. So to say 4 seconds, that is
it's crazy.
A chunk of fuel that they're
crazy, yeah.
They're doing. So yeah. Again, back in my day. This is what I need to. I'll get this one. There's none of this fuel saving business that used to go on. It was whack it full fuel and just scream the pants off of it all day long. Yeah. No tyre saving, none of this stuff. So it's nice to see that this kind of dynamic has gone in. Maybe people don't like it, maybe they do, but yeah, it's definitely different.
All right, we're getting ready to go green. Hopefully QT can get away nice and safe. He's been cursed at the start of his races, unfortunately. Okay, we're just waiting for him to get to the start zone, and then he's going to leg it, which he has done already. Early quarter, closely followed by Kraft. Looks like he got a good run. We are seeing quite a lot of 2 wides. Looks like no opportunity 3. QT is away. He is gone. Let's see the battles behind. This next couple of corners really sell it, especially here. Hopefully we all get through okay.
This is really narrow, actually. One of the narrowest parts of the circuit.
Yeah, 100%.
P3s?
Oh, the LMP1 was... I was
about to say someone was snoozing there, but maybe they just went... I think Paul perhaps might have gone a little bit early there, so we have to keep an eye on that. Oh, it flies up the inside.
Or he let him back by it. Oh, no. Okay, that is quite the battle.
Well, that's what we want to see. Come on, Paul, step on it now. Get back on him. Your teammate needs to help ensure you keep scoring those points.
Yeah, as we see, the MDH is quite a lot of single file. Oh, that's QT's teammate, right, isn't it? What's his name? Dawson came to me. Let's see. It's going to be a lot. It's
I told you. That's why I don't like tower.
Yeah,
that's the understeer that you get. No.
It is tricky.
Turn. Oh, look. A little sign come up just at the right time.
And what would have blown your mind this week is we had the race at sunrise, and the corner where the sun would glare is tower.
Oh.
I've never turned HDR off, and I've turned it off this week because that corner is tricky, and as you're being blinded, turning into the apex, can't see a thing. Right, we're riding on board. We'll rink here. Oh, Madsen, who is battling with Dawson, I believe. Looks like he's just ahead. Let's see how they get on. Yeah, Dawson, I can see the rearview mirror there. Look at that graphic.
Yeah, look at that glare as well, like you say.
Yeah, in tower, it's disgusting, mate.
We were talking earlier on today, referencing a different sim. Just in general, how good racing game graphics have got now. Like people hit on iRacing a little bit, but actually I think it still looks pretty phenomenal.
It's the steadiest. Like some are better at something, some are clearer, some have better FPS, some blah blah. But it's It's flat toned, it's clear, it's never pixely.
Smith and Craft, so you P
Yep.
for P2, so is it?
Looks like a switch. No, he didn't pull the switch back off. It is tricky to overtake it, so it's nice to see the battling.
I mean, 1.7 seconds behind QT already, so
Yeah, he
it's
legged it.
It's fine to battle, but you're not going to perhaps give it a little minute to see if they can close back up.
Yeah, I will say I've been watching a lot of these races, and especially when it's the Le Mans and Glen, or was it Glen the long one? They do seem to battle quite a lot early on. Personally, I am one to just, with this new format, tuck in, fuel save. As long as the guy in front of you is not slow and you're holding in the pack.
Oh, who's that?
As we see a Peugeot.
Lorenzo.
So it looks like he is Kirsten Tower. It's the same guy we saw go off in Tower the first time. He's off in Tower again. Oh, as we see Busby's, what is this, last to first challenge on? Where is he now?
We can't see the sign. We can't read it. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, thanks for that, Paul. But yeah, we can't see it.
I think I see a skull and cross in the top right of it. I don't know. Yeah, we'll check that out. If he wins, we'll feature it. There you go. Challenge on. Whoa. But yeah,
he needs to come for an interview, I think. That's it. I mean, he's got a challenge because, like, top 3 really.
Yeah. All right, well, QT is out there absolutely flying, building up almost a 2-second gap. Aaron Smith 2nd, Kraft 3rd, Favaro 4th, Tarosky is in 5th. Okay, let's check in on our LMP3 drivers. Dan Sedgley is leading the way.
Yeah, 1.2 seconds clear now, so a little bit of a buffer. Just outside the slipstream zone, what are you getting it on these P3s?
Yeah, just over a second, I'd say, especially at a track like this. Yeah, just
and same sort of thing with these as the DHs.
Yeah, but maybe a little bit less. I don't know. It is trick. I don't know what it is with the LMDHs, but they feel a little bit like the new GT3s. Just not a whole lot of draft.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't really notice it, to be honest. It's enough to fuel save and get the clutch in, because the old school clutch still works in these LMDHs.
These guys are still going at it. Oh no, this is Hutchinson, I think, and
Vey. So Vey's got ahead of Valencia. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
Yeah, Hutchinson's looking good. Josh is moving. Josh has lost spin. Dawson. Yeah, Nick Masden's up 3 positions, so he's on fire. He's been racing a lot this week, but he's got Daniel Craft and Via ahead of him now, which is never easy.
Oh, just hearing in the chat, 0.8 seconds for the draft.
Oh, that's Alan. Yeah, he's a legend. He knows. He knows his LMP3s.
Yeah.
Hello, Alan. Yeah, it does feel that the model iRacing's been going off after lately is just the less draft. Gone are the 1.1.
Well, unless you're driving a F4 car or an IRL1 or something like that, that you're gonna.
I'd drive the F4 if the draft wasn't so strong.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, yeah, absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, obviously I know from some of our drivers that do it, there's definitely frustrations with how crazy it is. Nice little battle. On screen, yeah, Madsen.
Yeah, he's got Josh.
Having a look.
He's got Josh and Mark behind him, and it looks like he's on top of Dawson. Hopefully I read that right.
Yeah, Dawson.
Oh yeah, look at that graphic. Battle for 6th. Dawson, Masden, Wilson, Hutchinson. But we don't need that if I'm here, because I nailed that one for once. That's a good battle. All 4 of those are very strong drivers. I say Mark's been improving and improving. We know Josh and Nick are very fast. And yeah, Dawson. I mean, Dawson's 8.3k. We don't need to say he's fast. We're following with Mark here. Yeah, lovely altitude.
And so dirty air in these cars. What we've got to watch out for? Is there much?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
And where's the real kicker through after this complex through that the sort of the high speed?
1 and Sunset.
Left, right, left.
Sunset and 1. Obviously, you can definitely feel it. You got to be careful.
Yeah, how's it through here? Like, is it something that's going to push you back a little bit, stop you
here?
Getting a run?
Yes, you can feel it. Yeah. I mean, getting a run is just tricky in these cars. Now, it is really difficult to pass. Even if you're a little bit quicker than the guy in front, you really got to work for it, or somehow get it sent into Sunset here.
So you see there as well, and this is like re-educating me on iRacing now, I'm afraid. You see where he just nicked the gravel there? That was like almost you're in the wall back in the day.
Back in the day. Now it puts the brakes on.
It puts the brakes on.
Yeah, so like best description is Monza, the 2nd Lesmo, which we all clip the sand there, but now you can actually hear your RPM tick down. Like, and you're
so you're not gonna. It's not gonna you're not going to get loose spin or lose
Nope,
the
it's
back
grippy.
end. It's grippy.
Very. You know the Bathurst jump, the
Yeah.
iconic iRacing Bathurst
I
jump.
remember you talking about this the other
You
day.
can't. It's not that you can't even do it. You get 0 airtime. You just bump into the wall because the reduction in gravel sand. By the time you hit the wall,
Yeah.
you don't even lift off the ground.
So slow.
Yeah. But yeah, as I say, second Lesmo, you can really hear it. Okay, so we've got Aaron.
Smith, yeah, he's pulled himself a little bit clear now from Kraft, so yeah, sensible for him to go for that move because he has been able to eke away a little bit. So
Yeah, he's obviously sitting on pace. He set the fastest lap of the race. He's brought it down to 1.7 seconds to QT. So yeah, Marto hasn't got this in the bag yet.
yeah, 10th quicker that last one as well. So yeah,
If Smith can tuck up behind QT and just do some of that fuel saving, it's so easy to do with a bit of draft. Like I said, the draft can't help you overtake, but it really can help you just burn a little bit less fuel while you tuck up and use the draft to maintain the gap.
what's the nicest looking of these GTPs? What do you think?
I don't know. I'm sort of leaning Caddy at the moment. I quite like the look of the Acura as well. I'm a sucker for anything Porsche. I always have been, but it's so bad that I don't like the look. Like, because of the driving experience, it turns me away from the look of it. But I think the Caddy is probably my favourite. I've never been a big BMW fan. I think everything they make is always very corporate. Like, I don't know. It's always very, I don't know. Never excites me, the BMWs.
I better be careful what I say here. I might get myself in trouble. But I feel like there's another German manufacturer, very similar, very corporate-looking cars all the time.
All right, let's just look at the start of the LMDHs. I think it was all clean. We're just seeing it all replayed here. Let's have a look. Lots of shuffling about, but most people just... You've got to assert some space. LMP3 start, this was fun to watch. I'm not actually sure what happened here, but there was a proper Alonso switchback here. Look, see ya. Yeah, I'm not sure if he was in the wrong gear or he was...
No drive off the corner as well for Paul there, so yeah, not sure what went on.
Maybe he thought he jumped the start, I'm not sure. Oh, this...
That's why, yeah, just the panic of trying to stay out the back of somebody.
And this is Foley again.
Oh, the rear end in the opposite this time.
And he becomes a Peugeot. I'm not sure what he did there. It's almost like both times he was surprised there's a corner there.
Yeah.
The first time he was like, wait, why is everyone slowing? The second time he was on his own and it looked like, yeah, he just needs a bit of a track map in that corner.
Oh, here he is in the chat. The man of the hour, Mr. 10K himself.
Aye, nice Owen. Yeah, Caddy
that's
OP.
right.
Yeah, Kudos on the 10. And hello, Zach. KCL Steve, that's Zach.
Yeah, and just again, just a reminder, any of you guys, you've got any topic conversations or anything like that you want to ask myself or David in the chat, yeah, please go ahead and we'll keep an eye on that and try and answer those the best we can.
Right, we've eyes on Nuno Costa there. He's looking for Alguersuari. Okay, he clipped the wall there.
You barely hear it on the kind of the
Yeah, I know what you
feed
mean.
that we get in there. You didn't, you know.
It's tough as well, even when you're racing and following someone this close, you never know if in Sunset and One... If,
oh, surprise!
Yeah.
He's defending that hard as well, yeah. So, yeah, we're hearing in the ear possibly some damage off of that. I mean, steering was still tracking fairly straight, but yeah, with these high downforce cars, you get some of those dive planes or whatever it is on the front of that just get a little bit of damage. It just slows up.
I
super frustrating.
Body slammed the wall in T1, absolutely body slammed it, and just sat there waiting for 3 seconds to see if I'm meatballed or damaged. But you've probably not seen the new button in iRacing. You can now ask if there's damage, and it will tell you.
Oh, really?
And it will sometimes just give you the all clear, and that means you are good.
I really need the guys to start doing a job for me over here, don't they? So I can actually get back to playing the
Correct. Yes, we're going to sort it.
game that I created this business around.
So you can do HPD, right?
Yes, that's it.
That's it. We're set.
It's back in the day. I'm loving it again.
You can't say back in the day any more times though. You've used your 10.
When yeah, it's not push to pass. I can do it as many as I want. But yeah, when they bring the FW31 back in, that's it. I'll be all over that again.
There we go.
I mean, I know they did do some random Producer in my ears telling me to drive the Super Formula. So,
I ain't got the talent for that. I streamed it when it came out at Suzuka, but basically what I did just stream was me doing donuts in all different corners at different times on different laps until I was like, no, the car's junk, I'm out. But I quite liked it. I just couldn't drive it.
I mean, just for random nonsense to like distract from the race again. See, that's why I don't normally do commentary, because I never talk about what's on screen, just nonsense. But our, you know, did you know, like myself and our producer used to be former World Championship drivers?
I knew yourself. I didn't. What, Lee? I didn't know
as
Lee.
well, yeah. Me and Lee. So, like, you know, people
Impressive.
So,
Wow.
people give us a hard time, but yeah, when it was the.
I don't remember giving either of you a hard time, but I'm going to give you a nicer time from now on.
No, we sort of know what we're talking about. Ish. Right,
back with Nick Marsden. Who's he chasing here? This is with Joshua behind in the Effect team car. Closely followed. Yeah, we've still got Mark, and Paul Busby's up 3 from his last to first challenge, so it's going okay for him. QT isn't able to drop Aaron up there in first place, 1.8 back, and we've got a nice battle brewing. 4, 5, 6, and 7. They're separated. They're very close. They're all closely following. Alan in chat is saying, you are a perfect pair with David then. He talks a load of nonsense.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Like I said, guys, help us out, right? I want more likes than what Sam's getting, just so I can go, no, when he comes back from holiday. No. That's all we're after. Yeah, you know, I act my age most of the time.
Okay, Paul just slapped in the fastest lap of the race, I believe. Yes, we were 43.2. He's half a second back from Mark, but yeah, no big gaps of form. Probably the biggest gap is the one between Nick Madston and Dawson. As we see Viella dropping back, looks like Kraft got a move done there. Yeah. Oh, as we see some traffic passing, is that? Or is that the LMP3s? Man, I can barely tell these prototypes apart.
Yep.
Ah, yeah, 3 LMDHs and 2 LMP3s. And all these came out at a very similar time.
Well, I mean, I was gonna make some jab at iRacing earlier about when we were talking about like which cars are fastest and things like that. So this is the first season, right, of the Acura.
Yep.
And the Porsche. Was the Caddy, or was that already had one season?
The
BMW was obviously first.
Yeah, the BMW was first, then the Caddy, and then we got the Acura and Porsche at the same time, I believe.
I mean, I'm really always cynical, and I think like the Acura seems to be quick everywhere, right?
Yes. Actually, if Owen's in chat, I've got a good story about the Acura.
Come on, Owen, tell me on all your bop tests, overall this season, which is the fastest car? Like,
I can answer that for you.
Go on then.
It's well, I think Owen wanted it to be the BMW. I think he would say the BMW, but Le Mans and here was the Caddy. That's what I'm going to say. Okay. I think he's well, he got 10k in the Caddy, so that might be his car for life now.
Okay.
But I think he's a BMW fan through and through.
Well, maybe you're killing my point that I'm about to try and make then, is the fact that whenever a new car is released, that's your car that you should be in for the season.
Yeah, I mean, you're not usually, especially, which is what was strange, because obviously, especially with BMW and Porsches.
Yeah.
As we see Busby coming into the pit, that's rather early. What lap are we on? No,
Someone's
6.
brushing the wall there as well. Oh, no. That's a perfect moment in the camera. Fastest lap, and then I'm going to guess that's probably a speeding penalty on the way in.
Yeah, but why is...
Or is it coming in just early or something else?
Why is he on the way in? Hopefully he can lean over to his keyboard. Oh, he said Caddy. I don't know why Paul's in after 16 minutes.
Yeah, maybe he can let us know kind of in chat as well. So, okay. Yeah, so, I mean, like I say, I'm always super skeptical that, you know, the newest car is the fastest. So I think what you'll see... Oh, we're hearing it, right? Oh.
All right, so we're hearing what... This is the second time Paul's done this. He did this at Road Atlanta. He's has a habit of pressing the pit limit early to help him, you know, mentally know that...
Slow it down.
To slow it down, and then your old habit kicks in. As you get to the line, you press it again.
Yeah. Chat's agreeing with me to some extent, especially on the GT3s. New GT3 car, bang, like Ferrari's just winning everything. So I guarantee you, like, I will put money on it that the Porsche will be OP next season.
I think we'll
It
expect
will
it, yeah.
decimate all. Like, nothing else will be seen. It will be a Porsche series next season.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Owen, you'll have to get out of the caddy.
All right, so while Owen's here, I've got one story to share with Owen, because I think I've only ever beaten him once, but it was a good once. So I rocked up early in the morning, and it was at the old Zandvoort in GTP Fix on week 13. Yeah, because it wasn't official. And I'd been doing these GTP races all morning long. Pole win against my friends, all my friends racing. And then Owen jumps in, and I was like, oh no.
Just it's a bit hectic with a bit of traffic right there.
What's this with? New Sarah, Ben, and yeah, just getting through the LMP3s.
Yeah, through that tricky sector that we talked about. Sorry, carry on.
No, yeah, so it'd been a good morning for me. Old Zandvoort, which Owen doesn't know. He barely knows it at all. Pole win, all morning. Owen jumps in, and I'm thinking, okay, well, that streak was fun, so it's over now. Oh, as we see some contact there. Looks like they were just a bit shuffled too close after the getting through traffic. Anyway, long story short, I did put it on pole. I got Owen by a few thousandths of a second. And then I proceeded to sweat like... Oh,
sorry.
No, the problem is they damage easily with touches like that in these cars. You don't want to be doing that. But yeah, I proceeded to sweat more than I ever have. Ever to beat Owen. And I know he wanted to beat me. We was both streaming, and you know, you don't like to lose, especially to a pleb like me.
Yeah, if you know someone's streaming.
Yeah. Okay, let's follow the action. 1.3, so Smith has closed up to QT. Philip Craft, who's now got the fastest lap of the race, is P3, so they're all still in it. Favaro only 7/10 back from that. Who have we had pit stops from? Let me make sure my pit's working, because I didn't actually see...
Only looks like further down we've got Lorenzo, Antonio in.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, some obviously laps down, because I think they're perhaps not coming back out. Hutchinson is in.
We've got Paul in chat. What happened, mate? Is it speeding on the double limiter? Did you limit her early and then limit it late?
But
yes.
more annoyingly, we're not going to get to see the sign now. Because we said if he got a podium, then we would would bring it out full
We've
screen.
still got to see it somehow.
Because we couldn't make it out. Yeah, you're right, we need to see it, but even if it's off camera now.
Yep, as we see Marco Diaz Silva in the pits and Nucera in the pits. So see, it's quite early. I feel it's very early. Maybe Owen can enlighten me what they're trying to do here, because obviously it's way too early to consider taking tyres, which means they've got to go for the 40 minutes without tyres. I'm not really sure. Let's see. And we're going to get some replays, chat, of anything we've missed. It's all coming up.
Yeah, we just I can see him on our other screen, being prepared. That's the BAM. Just trying to affect.
I warned you. It's too much sugar.
Affecting the speech. Oh, God knows what we're going to be like after this for the podcast.
Sorry, Paul. We'll try and get a. We'll try and get a replay of what happened.
Yeah.
Okay, Aaron Smith is now within a second of QT. We're watching Rossi, who is really close, door to door with Ben, I believe this is, as they're looking to make it in Sunset. Being on the inside there is opportune. Yeah, nice run off the line there.
Yeah, Ben didn't really fight that too much. I thought he was going to try maybe an up and under, a little wiggle.
Yeah.
Not flash of the lights though, so.
Yeah, it was just saying, great move.
Off, leader. So, yeah, Smith takes the lead then.
Oh, we need to get a replay of that.
Yeah, see what's going on. Sorry, Mr. Ward. If you could get that for your next run.
Yeah, let's see what happened there.
Look at that back.
It's not over. I mean, what we saw doesn't look like damage. We don't see what happened. I don't think there was another car involved, but he's only a second and a half back.
Yeah, I just missed there. I don't know if there was a little hand gesture. Maybe he was just doing a bit of correcting. But he seems like he's shaking the head. Not happy.
No.
Is he kicking himself or is someone else involved in that? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
We'll get a replay of it back. It'll be Aaron from 9/10 back. Sunday.
But exciting times. We've got Kraft only 8/10 behind him. Behind that, Favaro 8/10 back. A second back is Balaj, Trotsky. Oh yeah, I was actually so I was trying to work out what's happening to Turoski because he is a lot lower. But yeah, Favaro is leading LMDH Jam. I don't know why I should sound so surprised. Favaro is a really good driver, but it's just obviously Turoski has definitely stole the limelight in LMDH Jam this season. So it's going to be nice to see someone fight back. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen Aaron Smith leading. Sam would know. Yeah, Sam would know every race, every result, his lap times from previous races.
I'm just going to say, like, you know, some of these people got their academy trial set. They go for it. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, yes, we're just going to...
Yeah, am I allowed to say names or not? Is it classified?
No, I don't know.
I won't say.
Yeah, there may be some that don't want to know.
Yeah.
Teams, you know.
Oh yeah, I should do those ones.
Exactly. I mean, you should be in the chat. You should be like, well, you can pay to keep me quiet.
Yeah. Yeah, good point there. All right, let's see if QT can just shake it off and catch back up onto Smith. It's far from over. Yes, Smith did close the gap and manage it well, but as long as QT was fuel saving, hasn't got any damage, you've still got 35 minutes in this race left. He's far from out, so he just needs to recenter.
Here we go then. Let's have a look at the replays. Yeah, he just didn't bring it back on. That was easy. Yeah, I wonder if this little spin was the damage.
Wow.
Oh, I think we were lucky not to take anybody else with us then.
And that's how a Peugeot's made, no rear. Oh, Rossi just about avoids that.
Serious understeer as well there. So.
Oh, Staten Fortan, and then...
There's only 4 MP3s on the field and they just wiped 2 of them out.
Ooh. All right, we're watching Fortan's on board of this incident. Oh, he just couldn't see it.
No, there's nothing you can do.
All right, now we've got Mark's view of the same incident. Oh, it's nothing. Again, nothing. It all happens. Yeah, he's done. Well...
Car's toast, look at that.
Yeah. Let's see what happened to Nucera. Oh, so
that's the bottoming out, yeah. It's like a train track.
Well, that was more that it was late to it, but same effect. Okay, this is QT. Oh, QT just having a old school lock up there.
I mean, he didn't spin, just overcooked it.
Yeah. And this is Aaron then taking the lead.
What are these? You've been to Suzuka in these?
Pardon, sorry?
You've been to Suzuka in these yet?
No, I've only been driving this car 3.5 weeks. I've done Petit Le Mans, Spa, I did Road Atlanta week, Watkins Glen, and then Sebring. So maybe 4.5 weeks.
Because if that has a habit of doing bottoming out and stuff like that there, I was thinking like the circuit or the corner that's the worst for that is the Spoon, right?
Yeah, that's a joke.
And
I know what you mean, the 130R, the exit of 130R, that bloody low curb.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. And then... so we're just hearing in our ear there as well. That was where Busby got caught as well. That the 2 LMP 3 cars that were in that crash, that's where it all happened. So yeah, sorry Paul, not for picking up on the fact that that was your incident that you kind of got hammered in as well. So yeah, so not anything to do with pit limiters or anything like that, like we might have said. So
yeah, sorry Paul, that sucks, mate.
Someone off circuit there. Someone else into the pit.
Okay, Nick's definitely taking tyres. Rears at minimum, I suppose, around this track. Owen might know best, but if you're going to take tyres, I assume rears. I don't know, we did 45. Yeah, Paul, you'll be back next week, mate. Where is it next week? Monza? Yeah. I'm excited for Monza. I'm going for that 6K. I'm going to grind like Owen. Not to 10, I'm not stupid. I'm well aware I'm not.
You're calling him stupid for grinding to 10?
No, I meant...
It's a stupid thing to do.
No. I mean, I would be stupid to think I could get 10K. That's not a grind, that's a fairy tale.
Yeah, I think he's having a bit of a pop here there.
No, I wasn't.
You need to come and sort him out. Yeah, bust on that bust out that Smurf and just come and spank him.
Yeah. We can fight at Old Zandvoort any day.
Paul basically saying his championship hopes pretty much smashed because of that there.
Yeah, that's racing, unfortunately. It's just, it can be brutal. It can be brutal at times. QT's gap, 2.6 seconds to Aaron. So Aaron Smith is really, this is his track. This is his jam. I've been watching, all these drivers, all these position changes all season long, and he's, we could say, oh, we got gifted it by Aaron's lockup, but he was close enough to.
He was closing in.
Yeah,
I mean,
and he was close enough to get first place from a.
And he had to. He's had to get into. He was in third and had to get past Kraft, so it's not like it's it's been handed to him. He's had to work for it. So yeah, doing well and still pulling away as well, quite comfortably. I mean, I know when you lock the tyres up like QT did, it does take 3 or 4 laps for them just to get back into the same window. You can sometimes get them back in that window, maybe.
Thomas is asking, can we get a shakedown of the LMP for any running order? Yeah, we've got Dan Sedgley with a chonky lead.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not pit stop, is it? Yeah. So what we had, obviously Dan I think was leading, right? Before.
Yes, he has.
And
he was pole as well.
It was Fortan and Adam who basically got involved in the contact, and then you've got
Adam set the damage, I think.
Yeah. Paul was obviously far enough back to kind of not get collected with that as well. So yeah, they'll be happy. Are they both Olympus? That's 2 Olympus drivers, right? Dan and Clist, yeah. So, I mean, they're already winning.
Yeah.
P3, so yeah, this just
send them the prize money.
I was about to say, this just pulls them further and further away. So.
Yeah. So we're seeing the battle here with Lars Devan and Aljawari. Where's Sam? He nails all these names, or he's just confident to stick to a name that's wrong. That's what I'm thinking his secret is.
Half of it after it is, that's what it's all about.
Say it wrong, but with commitment, and the other person thinks, "Wow, you know what you're talking about."
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
So I need to start doing.
I mean, unless someone knows it's completely wrong, as we're looking for, maybe. Oh! I mean, had a look, pulled back, and was like, oh! I mean, that's a better looking Porsche.
No, it fixed itself. Netcode in reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can commit to it, not commit to it, but he had backed out.
Yeah.
I always say when I'm explaining to you, it's all about body language. At these speeds with multi-class and 2 lines, body language. And he definitely showed he wasn't going to go for it, and then decided, oh, do you know what?
Might as well.
Might as well. There's a gap.
I'm not going in the wall. I think that was fair to say that would be a penalty when it gets looked back.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
The stewarding team.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, as commentators, if we say there's a penalty, it gets given. It's just the rule. I heard Sam says. All right, Aaron Smith with the fastest lap of the race, a 42.8. Trying to see if anyone else has got into the 42s. Yeah, QT or Marto, 42.9. Favaro in the AMs, really delivering. But I've seen him out on track this week in officials. He's
up ahead of Kraft now. Like, I don't know where that happened on circuit.
They are close to each other, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a possibility we might just see a little replay of that, because anytime an AM is making a move to get into a podium position against a pro, needs to be highlighted and shouted about, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Lewis.
Dan Sedgley in the pits, but may still even come out in the lead. No, I mean, he has a gap, but not that kind of gap. Pedro Valencia is also in the pits. Is it time for the LMDHs? I suppose no, because they're running in studio. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's 100% tanks the LMDHs run. Not like they're not running IMSA tanks. They're running 100%. So. They can probably go for like 48 minutes.
Yeah, so that makes sense as to why some of them did pit early, because you can pit early, top it up, and make it to the end, and you just be on the full tank at that point.
Yeah, I mean, but you don't get free tyres if you stop early, right? If you stop early, you haven't got you're just paying for your tyres. Whereas if you stop late, you've got enough fuel to go in. That I'm not sure.
Yeah, I agree with you. That makes the most sense to do it that way. I'm just hearing in our ear that actually it was a slowdown for Kraft, so no move. So sorry,
But it looks like it's back on. Craft is well within draft of Favario, 8-10. So it's the battle, I would say it's the closest on track.
Okay. There's a lot of insta fixes going on out there right now as well. Who was that? Was that Clist?
Clist.
Yeah, I think it was Clist. So it wasn't.
Well, that's it.
wasn't
People
Dan.
always say netcode's a bad thing. And Wilbrick. Yeah, Clist and Wilbrick. People always say netcode's bad. It's a bad thing. Bad thing. It can also save you. I've had moments where I spun the car that I've driven through the back of it. Why? Netcode. And what did netcode mean? It means I'm in the race and I'm not damaged.
Yeah.
Netcode can giveth.
I mean, I have an opinion on netcode. It's probably not a particularly popular one, and that is, or just in general, like I will happily take netcode because I'm racing against somebody on the other side of the planet. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun and enjoying my racing with someone. Yeah. So
yes and no.
I mean, I'm hearing in media, you're having fun until you get wrecked. I'm like, yeah, but it gives me the opportunity to do that. I mean, yes, it's a bit frustrating, but
it was a long time ago we put man on the moon, right? And we're worried about
back in my
yeah, 50 millisecond ping that we can't predict these. The prediction model just needs to be better. If you can't actually get it from collision data from the pings, then if you're both going in a straight line, I wasn't traveling 90 mile an hour into you sideways. How do they get it wrong so badly some of the times?
Well, is it more the contact model, as in, I mean, I know, collision contact, very similar, but the actual, because you see it on some of the other sims, like R Factor and R1, Rennsport, whatever. They just seem to be able to not quite hit through each other, but it seems like they have to really get into each other before actually there's a bit of contact, and maybe they don't need to make it quite as like it's on the very outside, but yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Rennsport drivers are all over the world as well, right?
No, they're all moved to they've all moved to Europe. Every single team in that races from Europe. All the Brazilian teams moved to Europe.
Gustavo's in Europe.
Oh, well, to be fair, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he is. You'll have to check with him. But all.
What, it's an R1 requirement? Like,
no, it's not a requirement. But Furia moved.
Wow.
To, I think it was Malta first, and now they're in like Denmark or something like that.
Holy hell! So.
Yeah. So that's why to be honest, that's why the racing is pretty good, because it's all European netcode and they're all on that one server, bang in the middle of Europe. You know, and I feel like if we did a league and said, right, it's only European entries and we're only going to use the Dutch server, I think the netcode would be a damn sight better. But when we have got, Americans and Australians and things like that, it's only when you get those extremes that really causes the netcode. And there you go, I'm hearing in chat as well. Yeah, he's now in Europe.
Okay, cheers, Smoggy. I didn't know that. I'll have to go see Gustavo.
Yeah, why not? So our producer in our era is just sort of saying, why don't we talk a little bit about the Apex Racing Academy Porsche Cup
League
Series
Championship.
that sign-ups are actually open for now as well. So season number 9.
Yep.
Is what we've got. Obviously, if you're not familiar with the series, it's in the Porsche Cup car, funnily enough, and we tend to follow the official series along.
I think Sam was mentioning there's a heat format. Correct me if I'm wrong, studio, but he mentioned like there's a heat round format you go through. It sounds exciting anyway.
Yeah, like some of our others where, we break the grid up into 2, because obviously 60-car grids, it gets a bit messy, so we tend to split it into heats, and then you progress into the finals. I think there might even be like a last chance as well. So, lots of opportunity to get some races in. And with it being an Academy 1, again, maybe chat will... the studio will have to correct me here as well. But I believe we even supply like a setup. For the series, so when you sign up, you get a coupon to Apex Racing Academy for.
You don't have to run the set. It's
No,
just
no, you
it
don't
means
have
you have one.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
It's not fixed. So
Clever.
you get a you get that car basically for free for that whole iRacing season, so that you can sort of specialise in that car as well and follow it.
So I want to run an ARL league very soon, because I want Sam to commentate me, and yeah, I think I can help commentate from the cockpit. I'm good at reading the standards. I got this. It's easy. I'll probably be more at home than sat here, sat upright.
No one can see my raised eyebrows at David there. I was like,
Sam sounded down for it. He wanted to put a rig here.
Well, we're working on getting you a little rig here, aren't we, David?
Yes, sir.
That's something in the progress. So, yeah, for those that are not familiar, as we've got Favaro coming into the pits,
Yeah,
and one
has
of
been as well.
first runners. But yeah, so again, for those obviously familiar, obviously we have the TV studio that we're doing this out of tonight. As well as all of the, the rigs downstairs for people to kind of hire and come and use, corporate events, and then the guys have got their own rigs in our sort of ART room. But one of the things that we always had planned was our Twitch room, which was basically a dedicated room for an over-the-top, elaborate pro streamer.
Did you just call me a pro? Accidentally?
Pro streamer.
Oh, damn it. Pro streamer, okay. I'll take it.
Room, which, David is in the process of kind of developing and building and things like that right now. So, so we will actually have a rig here for you to do a stream, so you might be able to do that.
If you want to find out more, make sure on the youtube.com/Apex Racing Team YouTube channel, subscribe to that, and you'll be able to find out more sooner.
Yeah, so not this one.
No, I mean, subs this one if you want as well. It's handy.
You should do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
For sure.
Good little bit of battling going on screen right now.
Yeah, so Foley and Wilbrink.
Yes.
You're right. There's a boat briefing at the expo about 8 centimetres and then 30 higher for his mental edge. Thank you, Alan. Alan's always there for me. He always has been. Oh, nice back. This is always tricky in the hairpin. The guy on the outside, where are you going to go? Some nice looking liveries out there, though. Very nice. All right, we've had a few people box, so we'll see how they fare. Let's look at the pit times. Viella with a 17:20. That looks awfully quick. Let's hope he packed enough fuel.
There was one other question in chat, which was actually when does the Porsche Cup season start? Now, I don't know if that was on the banner that Lee brought up earlier on, actually, when the first race is.
Does it map the season? So does it start next season?
No, I don't think so, because I think we've released the first 3 or 4 rounds, like the schedule, because it's at the end.
Gotcha.
Or the end of this season. As again, there's side by side. Yeah, 14th of November we're hearing as well. So got a little bit of time to get registered, but of course, as soon as the grid is full, that's kind of it. And based on what I've seen in terms of the emails for the sign-ups coming in, I probably reckon we're sort of 33% full at this point. I would say we've got a third of the spots gone.
One I'm gutted I missed out on. I was just too busy at the time with moving countries and adapting to new life. Was your endurance championship cup challenge
series
league? Yeah, that one. I really I wouldn't have done it in LMDH. Now I would. So I'm looking forward to that being renewed, because I'm 100% down if you let me drive in blue.
So the Proto series, sorry, not the ARL. Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know when we'll be doing this one again. Usually they have a little break for a few weeks, as the Smoggy just asking that question in chat. So yeah, I think it probably next year at some point, maybe season 1, maybe season 2, depending on what's going on. I have been pushing Sam for that endurance league for a long time.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I love the idea.
And I think we were just waiting for the right time, trying to find the right window to kind of get that.
Oh, that's where the BM bottoms as well. It's awkward as hell.
These two have been having a right old doozy battle for a little while. Oh, laptop, wake back up.
Where is Tarowski's? Favaro has been into the pits, 19:50 pit stop time, which is the second best time I can see. So
Yeah.
Tarosky needs to put in some good lap times, and now his pit stop phase, which he's going to be soon. We're at minute 42, so I expect the next lap or two to get everyone in.
QT just put fastest lap of the race in.
Oh yeah, a few thousandths better.
Starting to wind it back up a little bit at this point.
All right, we've got a few replays to show you. This
Oh,
is
yep.
Ayrton Senna. I mean, sorry. Sorry, I've forgotten his name now. Oof. Oh. He
Yeah.
picked up on that late, but Ben Cullen.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll see that from.
It's just like, that's just such a slow motion explode. It's like cars like, no, I've had enough. Call it quits. Press escape, please. Oh my God, my eyes are watering. I'm down for a minute. Oh, leaders are in.
All right, Aaron Smith and QT Boxing. Let's see their times.
Oh.
That tickled you.
Oh.
All right, so Philip Craft preliminary takes the lead. Let's keep. It's going to be. I expect them both to go up on the jacks, but let's see. Because I'm a bit concerned about Viela's lap time. If he's okay, one is taking tyres and the other isn't, so we do have a split in strategy there. Because I'm not sure, because I only run the IMSA for not an hour. Pretty sure you could get 2 tyres for free. I'm positive pitting at this time you could get 2 tyres for free. Let's see the lap times. Yeah, so QT out after 19, Aaron 25.
Oh! That's Kraft, yeah. Just got proper rear-ended. Who was that who hit him there?
Was Dawson? Yeah, I think so. We'll see that back.
I mean, like, the rear of the car just fell. There was a tap. What is going on with
you know, we
this?
talked about that 4.5 seconds pit stop between the pros and non-pros, and I said 8Ks to 3Ks.
Yeah.
Well, QT is 7K, Aaron is 4, and he now has a 3.7 second lead, and all they did was pit, and they've reversed position. So I'm calling it 4 seconds.
25.33 versus
19. So I mean, it's crazy. So I mean, fuel. Yeah, it's. Oh, as is Savoli in the pits. I thought Savoli had. I could be wrong. Looks like I am wrong. Keep an eye on 19. Good pit stop. Yeah, not a good pit stop from Aaron there. Not sure.
Is that just not getting the fuel numbers right? Just going, oh, I think I need to take this and just put that in. I mean, it's, you know, I mean, it's hard to say, right? Because so many fuel apps out there these days, you shouldn't really, especially when you're in the lead car, because it's easy for those fuel apps to work out how many laps you need and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it just comes down to burn. If you've been burning a load more, you need to put a load more in. It's surprising me this last season. Road Atlanta, we saw the same. I was actually ahead of a Redline driver until he pitted, and he came out 4 seconds ahead of me. Okay, who we got in the pits? Go on. All right, let's see that Craft accident. It's with Dawson.
So just defending and then having another little.
Oh, that was really difficult to. Yeah, we'll have a look at an onboard there.
I mean, I want to look at the amount of times you move here. There's over covering the inside, jinx to the left. There's a little jink to the left from or the right from Kraft as well. I mean, it doesn't.
Let the stewards look at that one, but he
it
looked
doesn't
like he
matter when you get hit from behind. But yeah, if you make a couple of moves, it does.
It looked. Obviously, I don't want them to take the wrong opinion of me, but I only got what I saw. It looked like he did leave accidentally one car width open. Yes, he was on the right-hand side, but he did leave a car's width. He tried to get in that car and he closed it before the corner, which caused the accident. But let stewards look at that one because it was it happened rather quickly. So yes, is Aaron going to be kicking himself with his pit stop time there? I'm just trying to find him on the board now because Dawson hasn't pitted yet, Josh hasn't pitted yet, Kraft hasn't pitted yet. Wait, Kraft has, so Kraft has jumped Aaron. Yeah, Philip Kraft with a 17-second pit stop, but played massive. I mean, that's 8 seconds quicker than Aaron's pit stop.
Yeah, they've just been, like you say, they just almost been doing an awful lot of lift coast.
Yeah,
that whole first stint.
That's all we're doing at IMSA. All we're doing, even on lap 1, T2, lap 1, we're all lifting. Right, Dawson's in the pits. Joshua's in the pits. But yeah, impressive from Kraft there. Very crafty. See what I did there? Brilliant.
Cliston Fortin apparently having a little fight right now. Yeah, 2/10 2/10, 200ths as they were side by side. So, yeah, Chris Toll's on through Tower. The only name I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's now the only corner you know the name of. Comment in chat. Speaking of pros and fuel zone, you can briefly mention how many more laps the pros were able to do road Atlanta at PM. I don't want to talk about PLM and fuel because I forgot to pit and cost the team the win, and it hurt.
Yeah. I mean, I will elaborate. Yes, that a little bit on that comment actually as well. Even for ourselves, we obviously tried to save as much fuel as we could, especially in like P2, for example. Yeah, and we were beaten basically by fuel.
Yeah.
That is what Williams just had the fuel number over us.
Yeah, I saw.
And we couldn't do it. Like we spent a week.
Yeah, it's
after Petit Le Mans figuring out what was going on with the fuel numbers, because that is why we lost. Basically. So, I mean, I think we got to the bottom of it, and there's so much that can affect fuel numbers as well.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
100%. Ascari in chat. Wait, is it Ascari Smurf in chat? It's always hard to tell. Hello, mate. Sorry, a little dig at Ascari there. He always digs at me in my defence, though. This isn't a one-way thing. All right. Yeah, fuel is really tricky. It's something I would say. Once you're at like 3.5, 4K, it's really hard to get those next few thousand without understanding a bit more on how beneficial fuel is.
yeah.
It's that next step. And then I think after that it's tyres and being an alien.
I'm afraid not. Michael, I'm afraid he's out. He got collected earlier on, innocent bystander to a 3 or 4 car pile up, I think it was in the end.
It was the LMP3s and then an LMDH hit them, and then he got collected. Was in that. All right, as we see Cliss and Fortan separated by absolutely nothing, 4/10.
That's another reason why you're not in blue car there, Dave.
No, he is. No, okay, in my defense, he's 7.5K and he drives around on his 4K. Yes, I beat him though. Where's that?
I just see the
No.
4K.
No. I beat Ascari, and then I beat him again, and then he went on to beat me a few times in a row. He finished right in front of me, and he was on his Smurf. And yeah, we are actually friends, but me and Ascari just always dig at each other.
Might let you have friends.
Yeah,
this time
I can still wear blue. Thanks, Ascari. He's fast though. He is quick.
What's Dawson doing? He looks like he's just a couple of. This is an outlap, so it's hard to tell. But 1.4 seconds behind Favaro at the moment as well. So
yeah, epic pit stop from him. He actually has the pit stop record here, 16.6.
That is very quick. So yeah, saved an awful lot.
Like I said, 8.3K. Like I said, those 8K drivers are, especially because a track like Sebring, it's a special event track. It's something like you mentioned about finding that gap to Williams with fuel. You spent a week or whatever. These guys, it's tracks like this where they have that extra bit of knowledge that they don't lose.
Yeah.
They spend 1 year obsessing over all the micro little numbers that add up to huge, and 3 times in a row. No one's counting them.
And I think, I mean, for anyone as well, like the sort of mid 4 to 6.5K,
yep,
as it is. So that it's the top level sim racing now has got to the point where marginal gains make such a difference. So never in my sort of sim racing career were we looking at like trying to find the hundredths. But now we're like, well, we're doing this because we'll find a couple of hundredths here, and we'll do this and this and this and this because eventually we'll get to half a tenth.
Yeah, exactly.
And it has got that hyper competitive that we are doing all these little things. So, because by the end of the race, if it means we've gained 5 seconds, like we'll take that because that could be the difference between first and third.
Yeah, Kev's told me loads of stories about, like, I'm obviously not going to mention it, but endurance prep and how it's little crazy things where they found time because things they didn't look for, like silly things that over, in isolation do nothing, but over 40 minutes or 10 hours make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Okay, as we follow Philip Craft, 2.2 off the lead. He has really come from nowhere in this race. It was that pit stop
and a bit quicker as well than QT the last lap as well. So let's keep an eye on that, see how that gap progresses. Yeah, so
But it looks like, yeah, he was just fuel safe and ready to put the fight to him. And obviously QT had the lock up. Aaron Smith had the poor pit stop, and yeah, Philip Craft's now back in the race.
yeah, he probably, I guess when Smith went past him, he probably didn't mind too much. Like, he didn't fight it that hard. I mean, they did have a little fight, but he'd already lost the draft to QT on that first lap with the little bit of battling that they had.
So
I'm wondering if they were he was just like, yeah, it's fine, you go for it. You go flat out. I'll lift, coast, and save a whole bunch of fuel and tyre, and you know, be there at the end.
100%. Every time let's say chat thought I got held up by a bunch of GT3s or an LMP2, I didn't mind too much because the time I lost on track, I was clutching 300-400 meters early because I knew I was going to.
Yeah.
So I'd get this lost time back in pit. Like, that's how I looked at it. I'd transfer the time lost to time gained in pit road. And that's just years of, you know, learning from the best, watching the best, and practicing.
Yeah, Dawson to under a second now as well, so it's
Yeah,
starting
I think,
to be a little bit large in the mirror.
Dawson did have a win taken away from him. I mean, again, I think I'm right. I believe Dawson had a penalty and had a win taken away from him, but I don't think he's got a penalty coming. Yes, obviously he was the guy that hit the guy from behind, but it did look like the door was closed, like you say, a second time at the last minute, which is technically blocking. These poor LMP3s. Although LMP2s and GT3s were absolutely fine here all week.
I mean, the P2s through the middle of the corner, about the same speed, not much difference between them.
Yeah, correct. But they're a little bit worse on the curbs as they can't take the same lines we do. Yeah, it's just their acceleration, I suppose, where we get them. Their top speed's pretty good as well. They're slightly better on the braking than us as well, but we're bigger, so we just block them. Honestly, that's all we can do. We're just longer and wider, so you
just get out of the way.
Just get out of the way. But no, LMP2s are very good on the brakes, actually, and hairpin.
And what about the P3s? How do they fare through the middle of the corner?
I'm not sure, because obviously they're not here at IMSA.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure. I think I've probably raced these in a community race, but not...
I mean, they look very slow off the corner in comparison.
Yeah, I would say they're more like a GTE off the corner. They've just got the top speed. I like these cars. They are fun little things.
I was going to say, it should be quite light and nimble through the corners.
So Dan said he's got a lead. He is only a minute 15 ahead of Remy Fortin. So he's going to be quite happy.
I mean, yeah, be careful.
What was Max's radio message to Red Bull? We should do a pit stop. Well, no, yeah, but it'd be good practice for the pit crew guys.
Yeah.
Be good practice.
I mean, I think the biggest problem when you have a lead like this is trying to, I'll take it easy.
Stay motivated, yeah.
I feel like the minute you just start zoning out a little bit and, you know, you're not on the money in terms of like, right, I'm breaking it right, but that's when you make mistakes and just you stack it.
You're 100% right.
What am I doing? You know?
I was actually racing Zach in chat in a community race this week. Followed him for 50 minutes. I was going to attack him on the last lap with better fuel, better strat, and he can probably hear me, but yeah, he's pretty good. And I blew it in one of the corners. Now it was like a 6/10 gap, and I knew it was over, so I was just going to take the last few corners casually, and that's when I made my first mistake of the race. I was able to follow him in dirty air, trace him through the whole race. The one split, like you just said, the one moment I backed off and just thought, I'll just bring this home. I made my first huge mistake.
Yeah, too easy.
Yeah, way too easy. No, you're right. And staying motivated as well and not getting distracted, because all the time you're like here, poor Favario being hunted by Dawson, you've got something to focus on. When you're not, you start looking around the room or thinking, I should change these settings.
So pop quiz, what film is that from? Thomas's comment.
Well, it's something I say on stream all the time. That's why Thomas is commenting on it.
Well.
Days of Thunder?
So you'll know it then.
Correct, yeah. Brilliant moment. Brilliant moment.
Ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
I feel like that was one of the films that I didn't get me into racing, but it kept me inspired to do some racing.
Correct. What got you into? What would say? What is the biggest turning factor?
Well, when I was like, let me just see what's going on here because I don't want to just get distracted with that. As we're 2/10 away, as
It's the Dawson Favaro fight.
yeah,
It's the close thing.
as
Very
Dawson's
close.
having a little look. So it looks like an imminent move. But yeah, so when I was a young lad, I'd always been sort of fairly interested in sort of cars and things like that, as you kind of are. My dad bought me a remote control car.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, a Clodbuster.
Wow.
Big monster truck thing. You know, we took it to the woods and burnt it around there for a little bit, but to be honest, it was pretty boring. So we're like, well, what can we do? And we were like, well, is there somewhere that, you know, where you can go and like race these things?
Oh, there you go.
And yeah, so we found basically a local club
Coming through traffic. Yep.
where they did sort of RC
racing. I see a lot of people.
Yeah, they're all on buggies and stuff like that. And there's this massive monster truck that used to crash on the first corner. I just used to plough over the top of them. I was loving it.
I never got into RC cars. I know so many people that did, but it was never a pursuit I did.
So I did that until I was like 16, 17. I think I come fourth in the British Junior Championships. Yeah, and that was where my racing went. Yeah, got 17, got a real car. Found girls. And stopped racing. Stopped doing model car racing. Yeah. So, and then I come back to I got sim racing when I was single again.
Gotcha.
And yeah, that's where Apex basically
Was born.
grew from.
That's how Apex was born. Mine was just growing up right at Brands Hatch. No, I where I grew up, it was so loud that we got everything for free. So every barbecue, when I was growing up, we heard motor cars. F1 was there when I was really little, I believe, when I was really little.
Oh, that'd been amazing.
Everything was free.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything. You could just turn up and show your resident thing that you'd have to request at the start of the season. And yeah, it was all free because of the noise.
Yeah. Oh, amazing.
So every bar, my mum hated it, but me and my dad, I just don't know. I just always liked the sound of cars. So, oh, he is having a send. This is Dawson on Favaro.
Yeah,
he gets that done.
Yeah.
He's been looking like he had to pace the whole time. Let's see if Favaro's got any answer. He is an Wait, Favaro?
Yeah.
Yes, he is the AM. But doesn't mean he needs to.
He got a decent gap actually on balances. Wow.
White flag.
White flag. Where did that go? We've been too much nattering.
Yes, Sam is gonna call us into an office tomorrow.
Come on, guys, give us the likes. We need those likes, please. Like.
Yeah, if we get likes, then we can just say, Sam, look, our method works better.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the battle to follow. QT leading, Kraft second, third is Smith, but Favaro and Dawson are separated by absolutely.
Come on, Favaro. Like, let's get you on the podium. That'll be awesome for the AM.
Would have indeed.
I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, fifth overall. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. It's the other way around. It's Favaro chasing Dawson.
Where's another thing?
Ivo Game, thank you for the sub there, mate. Appreciate that. I'm not sure.
Yep.
Let's see if Favaro's got any answer. I think Dawson's been the faster for the last 5-6 laps. It was just more of a case of could he hold on. As we watch QT.
Now it's updated.
Yeah. We're watching QT come through Sunset. He doesn't look as angry as he did after that lock-up. That's well executed from him. He's been the strongest driver all season. It's just, for him, it's been a lot of bad luck.
Yeah, one mistake, but kept it cool,
Brilliant pit stop.
Didn't loop it or anything like that, and just no mistakes in that second stint. Kraft, amazing. Kept his cool when he got overtaken by Smith and didn't do anything crazy. Smith bangs the fastest lap in the race right at the end. Just to
gets that point.
I was faster. Come on. Well, you know what you need to do now, Smith. Basically, you need to sort out the pit stops, and you'll be there. Dawson held on as well. Favaro takes victory in AM?
Yeah.
No, AM. And here comes Dan Sedgley as well, down back straight.
Yeah,
Final time around Sunset.
Yeah, he's showing himself in another class in LMP3 right now. As I said, it's been close, but he's just always the guy to collect a lot of points. Doesn't always have to be a win. Yes, he's won a lot of races, but the other guys, when they haven't won, have had, tragic losses in points, whereas Dan has just huge point scorer and a good-looking livery to boot. I always know which one's the Olympus car, I'll tell you that. But yeah, looking at the quick math, if Aaron had done Philip Craft's pit stop, he'd have won.
Yep.
I think everyone's finished on track. Obviously, no, there's still people wrapping up. That's a nice view. We were just commentating on iRacing's far out view. I mean, it's no... We shouldn't be doing game comparisons here, but it's not quite 2023.
We're independent.
That's no Rennsport.
No, I agree. Yeah, it does look good.
Okay, all right, we'll run an advert, and then when we come back, we'll run through the results, and yeah, we'll be here. Hello there, welcome back. We've just completed the race at Sebring, hour long. Our winner in LMP3 Pro was Marteau. AM was it Favaro in the end, I believe? Okay, let's look through the results now. Yes, indeed, QT Marteau winner, race clutch, followed by Philip Craft with an absolutely brilliant pit stop. Well played actually for him. I'm really impressed. He almost won that. Smith third, who led for quite a portion after Moto's mistake, followed by Dawson, Favaro. Favaro is in the AM winner, so P5 overall, but LMDH AM winner. Tarosky in second in AM, sixth overall. God, I'm getting this. Josh Wilson seventh overall, Viella, Kraft, and Nick Madsen. Brilliant result there. We follow down Pedro Valencia in 11th, followed by David Vey, Lars Devan, Zaffoli, Wilbrink P15, Nucera 16th, Marco Diaz Silva, Lucas Rossi, Mark Hutchinson, that's a bit of a shame, Al-Ghawari, I'm not sure, Nuno Costa, Ben Cullen, and then to round it out in LMP3, our winner, Dan Sedgley with a dominant win, staying out of trouble. Obviously, Fortan and Klist had that incident that cost them a lot of time, but they finished quite close on track. Adam State with the damage, P4. And then obviously our non-finishers, Sergo, Van Helden, Paul Busby. And I don't think there was any more.
No, I think that's it. Looking at the time machine there.
Good race.
Yeah, obviously, if you want to come and have a quick chat with us on interview, please jump on into the Apex Racing TV Discord. If you've got a camera connected, even better, as we'll try and bring it up on stream.
Yes, it'd be nice to have a chat. Yeah, that was close.
It was an interesting race. Like I say, it's different seeing it from this side of the production room, because obviously a couple of times I've seen it from out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I say, just so key and critical, it seems, as Josh saying, fuel saving simulator.
That's what we said at the beginning. Yeah, it really is.
Huge difference when you can gain. What is that? 8 seconds, the difference between Kraft and Smith's pit stop.
Yeah. I think Smith was a little bit of an outlier.
Yeah, I mean, others looking like they're sort of 19 to 20.
Yeah.
Sort of high 19, 20 seconds. So yeah, if you're really good, you can perhaps save a couple of seconds.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you quali well and tuck up behind someone you know isn't slow, you just clutch in, stay with them. As long as you maintain a nice draft gap, yeah, you can absolutely you can pull so much time in pit lane. And yeah, Smith is going to keep kicking himself when he realizes he probably had the win there. If he was able, I mean, I
wonder if we do speak to Smith, I wonder if he actually overfueled as well. I wonder if he had fuel in the tank. Like put like an extra lap or two in by mistake.
Oh. Okay, cool. Do you want to handle the first interview?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's take him in.
He's in voice now.
Yeah. Hello, Aaron. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can indeed.
Yeah. Well, perhaps you can answer my question that I just had there. So first off, congratulations on the podium and congratulations on the strong performance all race long. Obviously, you got into the lead with the mistake that QT made and were able to pull a little bit of a gap. It was looking really, really positive for you. I mean, at that point, had you a clue that there was going to be something go on in the pit stops that was going to sort of set you back a little bit? Because 25 seconds versus sort of 17 in the pits is what kind of cost you today.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just really annoyed with myself. I chose the wrong strategy today. I cost myself the win. It's no one else to blame but myself. I just went with the wrong strategy. I believe everyone else didn't take any tyres, but just when I was doing runs earlier, I noticed that my fronts were down to like nearly 30%. But this time they weren't actually too bad, so I could have gotten away with not taking any tyres. But yeah, it's just down to me. I could have and probably should have won this race by at least a few seconds. Car felt really good. I've been using the Apex sets this season, and this week's no different. Been using their set, and of course, been driving the BMW the whole week for a different reason. But
Yep.
yeah, it was could have been my win today, and yeah, probably should have been. But I guess third isn't too bad. But yeah, fairly annoyed with myself.
I was about to say, racing drivers have a habit of kicking themselves a little bit too much. Third place is an amazing result, so congratulations for that. Like,
it was a strong
pat
field.
yourself on the back. Yeah, I know it's always a little bit, it can be a little bit gutting when you know you have the win there. So yeah, thanks for enlightening us as well, because I hate it when commentators are on chat just chatting absolute nonsense. So just to clarify for us then, so it was, did you take all 4 tyres? And do you think people took 2, or do you think people who took none and you took some? What do you think the difference was there?
I just think today you just didn't have to take any tyres. I think Marteau didn't. I didn't see his. Well. Yeah, I don't think Marteau went up in the air, so I don't think he took any tyres. I took all 4, so yeah, I just made the wrong choice today. But yeah, hopefully I can get that win at some point this season. But yeah, as you say, I have to look at the positives from this. I can't really just, sit there and be all sad with myself. I have to think, this has been my best performance this season. Could have easily won, but, just something went wrong. And next time, I learn from these things. And yeah, if I get this opportunity in the lead again, then hopefully I'll have the right strategy to win.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I think that's the key thing, right? Is you gotta learn from these things, understand what went on, and take it back and go, well, actually, I'll be ready for that next time, and I won't do that again, whether it be this, another race this season or next season at the same circuit.
Good as well. Marteau for being there pretty much all week, just practicing with me, and yeah, congrats to him on the win today. I mean, that lap in qualifying was absolutely out of nowhere, in a car which is probably second best. So, yeah, fair play to him. He did really well. But yeah, just want to say thank you guys, and we'll see everybody next week.
Yeah, thanks, Aaron. Yeah,
nice job.
Congrats, and we'll see you again.
Cheers.
Oh, no other interviewees. We scared them away.
That's it.
Or they've all F4'd too early.
Yeah.
So we never got to see Paul's message. Maybe he can tell us in chat what it was, because unless he smudged it off when he F4'd.
Yeah, come on, Lee. Is he still connected? Don't bring it up. I was going to say, don't bring it up on the live TV, but put it on the preview screen, so we could have just took a little spy at it.
We'll see if he's there. Maybe Josh knows. Maybe Josh knows what it says. Josh is in chat.
Yeah, I mean, I think good. Like I say, good race earlier on. Yeah, good race all around. It's nice to see, obviously, a bit of a mix-up in the AM category as well, because obviously we'd said it was a bit of a runaway. So it's good for Varo to say, well, actually, hold on, guys. Yeah, don't overlook me. I mean, I think he's still got tall order to catch back up for the season, but
for sure,
just put in a fight, I think makes a big deal.
I think the whole field, and especially in MDH talking here, it's closed up a lot. I mean, when QT was starting the first 2 or 3 rounds, he was rocking up pole laps that were 8/10 and a second quicker than everyone. He looked like he was going to wipe the floor. Yes, he had some really bad luck on lap 1s. But the AMs have picked up, their consistency's picked up, the pro fights at the front have picked up. We're seeing a lot of change in names at the front, which is always fantastic. So it's going to be a long
I think you
championship.
always get this a little bit with league racing as well. To start off with, there's people who hit the ground running, right? And they know the car really, really well and what to do. And then, you know, there are people who are quick and are always a little bit, they are motivated to kind of catch up, and it takes them a little bit of time. And yeah, they'll come back next season. I mean, like Aaron's an example, right? You know, he's sort of been in the like you say, middle pack, and he's been working hard, enjoying it. Obviously, doing work with QT.
What's his iRacing? 4K. It's impressive.
You know, he keeps pushing on, and I feel like that's the same with every series that I've ever done. Like the first season, perhaps I've been a bit hit and miss, but then the second season, we feel like, right, I'm gonna
very good point.
Focus on that. A lot of people have a habit of doing 2 or 3 seasons, 2 or 3 different series, hopping and changing cars, and I don't think you ever really excel. Like when you actually gain,
100%.
when you gain is when you sort of focus on one car for more than one season as well. Like the first season gets you used to it. You're used to getting a load of setups underneath you. You kind of know the strategies and the ins and outs, and then when you revisit those tracks, like you're on it. Like suddenly you see a difference. Like you jump, like, you know, sort of 25% up the grid. So
yeah, you have a new level of confidence as well, because you know all the little intricate details of both the car and the track, like you say. So yeah, no, it's been great to see. Shame we didn't get any more interviews, but I think we're happy to close the show.
Yeah, wrap it up. Yeah, thanks again everyone for tuning in. Please, like I say, we really want to outdo Sam's last broadcast, so please hit that thumbs up and like button,
subscribe,
subscribe,
the bell,
do all of that goodness for us. And then one last time as well, just obviously remember that the ARA Porsche Cup League Championship Series
sign-ups are up on the ARA website.
Yep, so head on over to Apex Racing,
that link,
league.com, and get yourself registered for that. Like I say, I know like about a third of the sort of sign-ups have gone, but they do go quite quickly. It's only been open for like 3 or 4 days. So
yeah, and we're going to be back on this channel, same YouTube channel for the Late Apex podcast coming. I don't know if it's the Late Apex or just, I'm going to say it's the. Yeah, it's the Late Apex. That's going to be very happening shortly. So 20, 30 minutes live on here. And then obviously, if you miss it, it goes out to a break. Spotify and iTunes. So yeah. Yeah.
I'll have some more BAM and just to be ready for it.
Yes,
so
same.
If you thought this was entertaining, then jump back on there. We'll be a little bit more tired, but a little bit more wired, so it should be good.
Correct, yes. Thank you, everyone. Been a really good race. Congratulations to the winners. And yeah, we'll see you next week for round 7 at Monza.